Kuchat na wazungu miezi 6 peke yake nishabai gari at the age of 21 years. Usikubali kukaa hapo kukua broke na uko na smartphone. Enda hapo kwa profile yangu.
And guys, please listen to whatever that girl is saying. And for me, it's also because of experience. My experience was I started at 15,000 Kenya shillings.
You see, most people like being employed. We can sit here and talk about, oh, there is no employment, oh, the world is tough. But there are people who are being employed and still complaining about it. But if you look on the other side outside, there are people who don't have jobs. What do you think? Do you think you would like to be in a job where you are not carefully ama consistently compensated for? Or would you like to tarmac and find your best suit? Well, that's our topic for today. Remember to like and comment down below as we watch this video.
I regret working there for 5 years.
Why you regret?
Because who stays at a company for 5 years?
Does your pay change for 5 years?
It was so minimal. By the time I was leaving, and most people want to believe this,
Yeah.
they were paying me 55,000.
They started at 15 as an intern. Okay.
But I knew something had to change. There's no way I was crossing over to the 6th tier in that company.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
You can say that it's not logical for you to stay in a company for 5 years if they are not compensating you well. But what matters ni, what were you doing in that company? Maybe you are just checking records. Na ukalipwa for hizo 5 years, accumulative amount that the company will say, yes, correct, we have covered that person. Well, it matters.
but we are many. We have suffered at the hands of Kenyan employers. And guys, please listen to whatever that girl is saying. And for me, it's also because of experience. My experience was I started at 15,000 Kenya shillings. And by the 5th year, I was in a managerial position, but only getting 33,000 Kenya shillings. Taxable, guys. And this is the thing about royalty. I mean, like my boss would even say, me, I could even leave this company to grace and all that nonsense. And it really, really limited my growth. And if there is something I could change in my life, is about that. I think I should have left by the 3rd year because of the growth. And this is the thing, because of loyalty, you think that you are... I mean, it even limits you from getting to know information of how much should they even be paid for this role, how much is being paid outside there, and the work was too much, extremely...
What the fuck? Did she just say royalty?
Too much. I couldn't even advance my academics or experience. I was also tired. By the time I was leaving that job, and I think it is God, I left that job because I was sick. Actually, a doctor told me, I think you should resign, because all the time I was sick. Mark you, this company, they were not offering a medical cover or even doing medical reimbursements.
Sheesh.
So from that, like 33,000 Kenya shillings, which I only got it for 6 months before my resignation, actually 7 months. Before I got to 33, it was 25,000 on year 4. So... year 4. So
Damn.
You see, I had really stayed for quite a while with that. And your 25,000 ilifika or during COVID 2020. So guys, I don't know. I hope you get some wisdom from that video above.
Why do you think employers give you job ama give you a placement in their company? Why? It is because they want your expertise. So, since they want your expertise, they are either going to employ you at your best and pay you the full amount. Or, if they cannot fika bei, what do? They go and find young people who are, they have the fire in them. They are really, they really want kutoka kwa block. So, anakaa hivi anafikiria naona, I can give this person the job and pay them 30% ama 40% ama even 50% of the actual salary in the market. Do you think this young person is going to say no to that job? Of course, they are going to accept. And when they accept, wanajingisha kwa hii loophole. Well, the thing that gets people to certain situations is money. Most people want money. When you live life thinking about, oh, I want the bigger bag, I want this car, I want that lifestyle. So, you start doing things that will put you in certain situations kwenye una realize you are losing yourself. For instance, hii yenye tumesema ya kwanza hapa hivi. And I'm not saying that you should not do that. It's a good strategy to put your foot inside the door of a certain company. But with time, you need to know how to behave. Hizi vitu zote bado ni stories za relationship. Hata kwa relationship, when somebody gets comfortable, the other party starts raising issue. Hizi tushinda amepatiwa the bare minimum. If you keep being given the bare minimum, it means you are complacent. And complacency is the situation where unakaa tu hivi, unasikia uko comfortable and you don't want to advance your situation. Kuna employers wanaweza kufanyia hivyo. Why? They keep you comfortable and give you all the responsibility. Unasikia dem hapo hivyo venye anasema ati, oh, I was the person, hii kampuni hata naweza achia. Goddamn, ikifika ngapo ndo unajua now your salary needs to increase. So, how do you get yourself out of this certain situation? Well, the first thing, you need to accept the position that has been pushed onto you. If they are giving you multiple responsibilities, sit down and write down. Make sure you have the scope of everything that you actually cater for. Then, embody that image of the kind of person they are telling you that you are. Kwa sababu if you are being given responsibility, it means you are that kind of a person. So if you start acting like that, what is the next thing? Go into the job market and observe, do your research, and ask yourself, if I am doing all these things that they have told me that are my responsibilities, and I feel like I'm not being compensated, and even if I confirm with the market, I'm also not being compensated as I am supposed to. So what do I do? Either I go to my employer and tell my employer, we need to talk about a raise. And there are very many ways you can go about this. Usiende hapo na kiburi ati mi lazima uniongeze do. No, you have to come with your zinetango aje, what you have done for the company, what you continue doing, and the reason why you are important in that company. If you can show your employer those three things, your employer will gladly increase your salary. But do most people take that route? No. They continue to be loyal until they get to a certain point where it now becomes hard. When they look outside, they see the people who initially they were in front of them. They start looking at them like, wow, these people have actually started to advance in life. And you are stagnating. Why? Because you are holding your tongue. Communication is the best key to solve many problems. So, I think issue ni communication. Tuna kama akudai hapo hivyo, itabidi umeanza kujipanga, move out pole pole. I think now I understand why you don't just quit a certain situation so that you may find yourself in a better situation. No, if a situation is not working for you, either look for a situation that will work for you, or you make the situation work for you. That makes sense kweli? Don't know if it's making sense. But sasa unapatanga mtu imemlemea kwa sababu hiyo kazi mingi yenye inakuwa kwa corporate world, watu wanasema ni kazi mingi. Juu employer akikuemploy anaangalianga a lot of things, and watu wanadhanianga history ya kukuwa assessed if you are employable inaishianga high school. Kwa hii part yenye watu wanakuwa recruited maybe kwenda campus or what I'm saying, kupass ni kitu ya maana. So even your employer is also looking at your papers to tell the kind of person you are. If you did not pass, they are going to know that this person is not committed to a certain path. But if you give your all, then chances of you being employed zinaonekana kwa paper yako, kwa sababu your letters are to your letters. Your papers tell a lot about you other than the person you present during the interview. Well, other than that, ushajua solution ni gani? Kuna well, watu wengi kikiwaramba, especially this other gender, they start going to do some shady things. And I think this other video is the best summary for that.
Kuchat na wazungu miezi 6 peke yake nishabai gari at the age of 21 years. Usikubali kukaa hapo kukua broke na uko na smartphone. Enda hapo kwa profile yangu, click your link, create account, pia uingie hapo uanze kulipa. Una chat masaa 2 ama 3 kwa siku. Na hakuna maneno mengi, ni kuchat peke yake. Na huwezi kosa dau 2 ukiwa beginner. Link kwa profile.
Budo umesikia hiyo situation ati kuchat na bro. This is the equivalent of a man telling other men, yo, cheki, nimepata base fulani, unaweza enda ufanye something terrible, maybe step. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think it is just so hard to get a job that people go into these industries where they are selling themselves? Or it's easy for you? Let me know down in the comments below. Other than that, YouTube thinks you might be interested in the video on your screen at the moment. Click on that video. I'm waiting to see you on the next one.